Hey, Andrew, what is Cerebras and why is it so important?
We're an AI computer company. We design processors and build computer systems that are specialized in making AI fast. We chose a path that had us building sort of the largest chip in history, a chip the size of a dinner plate. We could eliminate switches and a ton of cabling and a ton of stuff that is gunk, that adds latency and cost and power draw. And we could deliver the fastest training and the fastest inference in the world, bar none. AI has moved from being sort of a novelty to being useful, and in some areas, a necessity. When you move from, oh, that's cool, do it once, to I use it every day 25 times, you can't wait 30 seconds to get a response. Then if you engage with it, like an IDE for coding, and you're using it constantly, you can't wait 10 seconds, 5 seconds. You want real-time engagement. As the world began sort of really using AI, the performance advantage of our platform came to the fore.
It's like Fantastic Voyage. You took a data center and
actually, there's a lot of truth to that. I think if you think of what a data center is it's little compute tiles, call them CPUs or GPUs, tied together with a bunch of cables into big clusters. And if instead you could put 1 million tiles on a giant piece of silicon, you could avoid all those cables, you could avoid the switches, you could avoid all these other things. And then you have a data center on a chip. For 75 years of the computer industry, this has been a holy grail and nobody had ever done it. And, we were the first team to ever yield a chip this big.
You stuck your finger in the air and you looked 10 years out and you said, we see this, and you got it right, which is just the best feeling, isn't it? It feels good, isn't it?
Fraudenscheid, whatever. That what you've got a big list.
Was a fraud sister. Somebody said to me the other day, okay, you've got Nvidia or the masters, they rule over training. And they said, in Cerebras, those guys are the inference kings. And do you think that that's a fair summation?
I don't think we're the kings yet, but maybe we're a rising prince. Right now, there are no benchmarks in which show anything other than we're the fastest at inference. And what's happened with AI is as it's become more useful and it's been used by more and more people, it's delivered via an API and inference. In an industrial AI economy, it's primarily machines reading the data, primarily machines acting on the answers, and delays or death.
I'm working on a report about networked agentic AI.
Sure.
Does that have relevance into your domain?
So agentic AI is just AI that takes an action, right? You can ask it, right, to compare, say you're closing the books at the end of the month. You can ask it to compare and do audit steps for you. This is when AI moves from being useful to being a necessity, when it has some agency to it. And that's when labor productivity goes through the roof.
The perspective which I get at the moment is that LLMs are really a North American big tech. Hyperscalers adore LLMs, right? Pendulum swings back.
Danger on multiple fronts. China has put an enormous amount of effort into robotics and in building out their power infrastructure. But in the U.S., our grid is a disaster. And the Chinese have invested a great deal, and they see robotics as sort of foundational to the next sort of industrial revolution.
Quantum needs a visionary. Are you going to dabble in that next for your next big success?
Steve, I think quantum is an enormously interesting field. It's not going to do existing problems better. It's not going to help us in AI. It's going to attack a collection of problems that we've never had tools to gain purchase on.
I was at Bell Labs last year for their centenary, and I was asking stupid questions like, why can't we put the quantum computing in space where it's really cold? And there was like, oh, it's not nearly cold enough, you stupid man. And, the geeks were angry that day, my friend.
There's been a huge amount of talk about data centers in space, which is another one that if you want to piss off those guys, you could bring up.
It's nice to see your friends doing really well, and I couldn't be happier for you. I know how hard what you're doing is, and it's incredibly impressive. I'm really delighted for you. I wish you the best with everything.
Well, thank you so much, Steve. It was good to catch up.